Welcome to the Type 2 Diabetes Brotherhood show, dedicated to middle-aged men who want to crush Type 2 diabetes like I've done. No meds, no supplements, no gimmicks, zero bullshit. Armed with a continuous glucose monitor, I measure everything I eat with my blood sugar test results to help you on your journey to beating Type 2 diabetes and hopefully some education. Guys, I just had a woman reach out to me on my other channel, and she said that she's been feeding her husband the Russell Stover's chocolate candies, the ones that I did a sugar test on. I did a little thing this morning on it. Today is actually Sunday, May 11th in 2025, by the way. I got to get used to putting down the dates. But yeah, this woman's been feeding it to her husband, and just astounded that I did this blood sugar test and that my blood sugars went through the roof. And I don't know, guys, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit today about how you got to have pretty much zero trust in all the gimmicks. You know, as I said at the opening lines here, no meds, no supplements, no gimmicks. There's just people pushing shit all over the place on you to try to take your money, and it's just a bunch of bullshit, pretty much. Like this woman, you know, I don't talking down on her, but you have to do your own research and you have to do your own testing. You know, I do with my glucose monitor, and I'm going to show you guys my results from yesterday's blood sugar. But you have to test everything for yourself, and I'm hoping that's what the show here is going to be about for you guys. I'm pretty much like, at this point, I think I can say I'm like the David Goggins of type 2 diabetes for men. I took this kind of styles channel from Sam Sulek, right? The bodybuilder guy. If you don't know who he is, he just does these videos every day that are unedited, just real shit, right? I was like, well, fuck, if he can do that, I can do that. But I'm the Sam Sulek of type 2 diabetes, and I can easily and confidently come and tell this to you guys right now, because I pretty much, there's nobody else doing what I'm doing. There's nobody with the transparency showing you guys their blood sugar results. Everybody's trying to sell you shit, and it's results that don't really work. People are just talking. They're not showing you. So I want to show you guys my blood sugars every single day to gain your trust and to show you guys that it is possible. It is possible to reverse type 2 diabetes. It's just very difficult. You know, like this woman feeding her husband these candies, you know, not knowing that they're full of carbohydrates and probably 50, 60 different ingredients in them, when you can make some at home for relatively way cheaper and without all the additives. So in order to do this, guys, for you to embark on this journey, you're going to have to see that you're being preyed upon. You've been lied to by pretty much the health establishments on many different levels. A lot of them don't have your best interests. A lot of them aren't just educated enough. This is a deal where you have to take ownership of yourself, and the best way to do that is with a continuous glucose monitor and checking stuff out, like these Russell Stover candies, right? This poor bastard's been eating this shit probably day in, day out. This woman says, yeah, I've been feeding with my husband, you know, all the time. Like, it's his favorite treat. And, you know, you got to be careful, I guess. You know, and this, I've actually just got myself upping my blood sugars to get myself close to pre-diabetic levels. And actually, in fact, this morning when I woke up, and I'll show you my blood sugar results on the interface to my glucose monitor, I've gotten myself pretty fucking high in blood sugars to pretty much full-blown diabetes levels. So I'm pretty confident, though. As I said, I'm the Titan, the Spartan of type 2 diabetes for males. And I know that I can get it down. In fact, I've been intermittent fasting all day. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday around 6. Getting a little bit of a woozy of a headache. I haven't done this in a long time. I don't know if I just need more water. Which, by the way, I should probably have a little sip. But in the carnivore, which this channel's not carnivore, but in the carnivore space, we got carnivore bars and stuff like that. Like these little chocolate bars, protein bars. Guys, that's all processed shit. Maybe there's a few out there that aren't, but people are coming after you. Type 2 diabetes is a huge, we went over the numbers. It's out of control. it's a huge industry. And of course, people like Reese's candy, and not C's, but Reese's and Hershey are coming in with these sugar-friendly candies and stuff for you, right? I said in the carnivore realm, carnivore's becoming super, super popular. So is the keto. There's all these keto snacks and shit. And guys, read the ingredients. You know, maltodextrin's worse than sugar. There's all these ingredients. If it sounds like a chemical, it's something that you don't want, but they're going to prey on you because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. I can really see it now, how type 2 diabetes, the marketing of such stuff like sugar-free and all that kind of stuff, diabetes-free, is going to explode. Like, if I wanted to make $1 million, that's definitely where I would start to invest my money and time if I was a corporation, but I'm not, right? I'm just some random fucking dude on YouTube showing you playing around with his blood sugar monitor, trying to give himself pre-diabetes. Actually successfully did so. So yeah, I want you guys to be careful. I need you guys to, if you're going to be part of this, if you're going to want to reverse your type 2 diabetes, it takes a lot of work. I'm hoping that I can make it as simple as possible for you guys, to where we can take a lot of the guesswork out. You know, to give you guys some perspective, I spent $13,000 on a private functional medicine practitioner, and it was somewhat worth it, but mostly not, right? I've been wearing this glucose monitor for about 1.5 years over now, and I don't really have to. I do it because for these presentations and stuff for you guys. But I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of time. I did a lot of trial and error, especially for you dudes that are guys like me. You know, you're a father, right? I don't think there's very many single fathers out in the world that take care of their kids, but I'm fucking one of them. And the point is, there's just so much shit you got to do if you're juggling your job or your business, right? I'm a roofing contractor by trade. I own a business, so I got employees and shit. I got so much stuff to do that, you know, it gets tiring. You get burnout, and I don't want you guys to burn out. I want to see what I can do for you guys to make things as simplified as possible. But in order to do this, you got to put the legwork in, just like this whole candy thing, right? This is Candyland. We've been living a soft fucking life for a long time, where we're able to eat whatever the fuck we want, drink whatever we want, whenever. And it's that life's over. Even in the future, you can probably go back to trying different things. Like for me, I've tried red wine. I've even eaten some of these Russell Strover candies on occasion here and there, right? But the days of drinking beer all the time is over. The days of eating pastries, pizza, all that shit, unless we make it more keto or carnivore, basically low carb style, like I do all the time, guys. We're just getting started, and I've got hundreds, if not thousands, of recipes that you can eat a lot of your favorite foods, even chocolate donuts. I make chocolate donuts out, and this may sound gross, but out of avocados. And if you put enough cocoa powder and natural ingredients in there, it doesn't taste like avocado at all, and it doesn't spike your blood sugar. So you can have things every once in a while. I still consider those things like junk food, you know, but we'll get into diet and stuff like that. That's what I'm waiting for you guys to show up on the lives that I do every day at noon, at 12. And that way you guys can ask me and I can figure out what you guys need. But I definitely think that you guys need to know that you can't just start porking out and stuffing shit in your face if you're not educating yourself, you're not testing them out for yourself. So a lot of the shit I do, I've already tested things out. Doesn't mean that you'll have the same results that I did, but at least it'll give you a huge shortcut. All right, let's take a look at my blood sugar monitor here. All right, guys, so here's my blood sugar monitor, and I want to take you guys, this is right now, this is basically the pump and dump. This is Sunday, May 11th, 2025. As you guys can see, I woke up, there's a straight beeline right here, because I actually tested it with a glucometer, the finger stick, and found out that my blood sugars were a lot higher than what my continuous glucose monitor was saying. So I was really high this morning as far as blood sugars go. I checked it multiple times, checked it again here. Actually, my blood sugars started to go down. Checked it again, I think right here. Blood sugars went down. Same thing right here. Came in, checked it, found out that I was like 80, I think, milligrams per deciliter. It got me down. Yeah, it got me to 80 and then just bounced back up. Now, this is a really wonky day because you can tell by these numbers here this graph. This is all over the place. This is a new sensor that I put in last night. You can pretty much call your first day like shit, like you're not going to get nothing off of it. This is it calibrating itself, trying to get to where it needs to be. But that's where the glucometer comes in, the finger stick. You can actually dial this thing in and get close to where you are. But pretty much first day just sucks. But let's take a look at yesterday. For some reason, I don't know how or what, but my blood sugars were all over the place. Here it says 95. Right here when I woke up, actually 102. I'm going to call the average about 103, let's just say. That's right when I woke up in the morning. I had myself, let's see here. I had myself a mineral water, and it looks like it spiked. That was with some lemon. Now it looks like it spiked my blood sugar, but not really. I think my numbers are off for some reason. But it gives me, I'm still in 100% time in range. Pretty much here you can see. That number is the average from today, so you can't take that off yesterday. I was 100%. Knowing that because I was in the dark gray zone, which is the optimal glucose range there. But I also had myself a 0 calorie, I think it was like a LaCroix or something right here. And then I can't remember what I had here. Let's see here. That's what's nice about this interface. Breakfast. Oh, BLT. So I had a BLT with lettuce, basically lettuce wrapped, bacon, tomato, and avocado. And you can see that didn't do much to my blood sugars there. In fact, my blood sugars went down. Right in here, I think I had a smoothie. Yeah, I had a 50-gram protein smoothie. And that actually, I think this is a compression dip. I was just kind of hanging out, taking a little nap, I think. I was trying to nap yesterday. And yeah, it got me low and then back up high. So that's a compression dip. It means that I'm laying on the sensor, pushing the needle into my arm. Also, what could have thrown me off before we move forward with this is I only got like 4 hours of sleep the night before. I worked till around, 2 in the morning, 2:30. And then I deliberately got myself up a little bit earlier just to see if it could fuck up my blood sugars. And definitely sleep does affect blood sugars, my friends. I think here I had another smoothie. No, I had pumpkin seeds, that's right. So ate some sushi, and I've been wanting to detox. I'm thinking maybe it's like some parasitic detox, and I've never done the pumpkin seeds. As you guys can see, it rose my blood sugars a little bit, but nothing to talk home and tell mom about. But it was right here in the evening where I had some creamy garlic shrimp with cauliflower rice, cilantro lime cauliflower rice, which was fucking good. Right here is where I ate the Russell Strovers. Went for my walk on my evening live that I did. And you guys can see it took me all the way to 150 milligrams per deciliter. Now I know I'm safe because it went down within 2 hours, right? This is a good indication to find out whether your insulin is working. If usually for you guys, if you are type 2 diabetic, it's going to pop up, it's going to stay up, and it's not going to come down for a long, long time, right? Mine came down. That's because I am insulin sensitive. I got rid of, I've been doing this for 1.5 years. But not to say that all that sugar, the carbs that converted to sugar, a sugar-free candy, didn't fuck me up because, I got a new sensor. This is very hard to tell, but I definitely secured this with my glucose monitor, my glucometer, my finger stick, to make sure the numbers aligned, and it did. I was 136 milligrams per deciliter without eating any food, guys. I woke up, I have not eaten all the way to this point in time right here, which I'm probably going to have something right now. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But that's my blood sugars for a day, and coming in to from yesterday's coming into today. I want you guys to take a look at that line right there. That's what I call the pump and dump. If you just don't eat for a while, get some exercise. This is for entertainment purposes only. If you're on medications and a type 2 diabetic, you should consult with your doctor. But this is the pump and dump. This is where everything starts to go lower, lower, and lower, and lower. If I continue fasting, you're just going to see this number getting down. This is spending that sugar that I have stored in my body. Because otherwise, guys, you're just going to stay up here in the highs, right? Metformin and supplements and shit, it'll hide the sugar. It'll take it out of your blood, and you won't have this high, but it's going to store it someplace. It doesn't just magically disappear. You got to spend that by doing some exercise, some walking, right? You don't have to run. You can do walking, but 30 minutes a day is what I do. Preferably, I try to go for like 2 sessions of 30 minutes, and that's driving the car around, spending all the gas, which represents the sugar in your body. So that's it. Guys, I hope you guys follow the lives every day at noon. Let me see if I can help you guys out, and I hope to see you guys there.